Yo, it's me, OGDuffy, back with a CEX £20 challenge. These are awesome. I love doing these, okay? But before we get into it, stay tuned because I picked up a Wii title. One I've not seen before and one I'm struggling to find sold listings for on eBay, and one CEX themselves are pricing differently for the same title on their website. We'll come to that. But anyway, as always, guys, here we go, the £20 CEX challenge. 3 simple rules. Rule number 1, stay within budget. Rule number 2, do not buy doubles. Do not buy any games I already own. And number 3, no sports titles, unless it's a boxing game, of course. So without further ado, let's get to it. CEX £20 challenge. Hey, it's me, OGDuffy. Just popped into my local town. Gonna do a little bit of shopping, hopefully get some cheap video games, and we'll see how much they can flip for, etc. Charity shops, bit of a CEX visit too. Watch this space. Firstly, hit a few charity shops. The first one I come to, a few titles in here, a load of PC-ROM games, but I don't do PC games like that. I mean, Steam is where it's at. It's digital for me, for PC. But again, it's your usual FIFA. The one game there, the Football Manager game. Now, I love Football Manager and I play it, and I always have it on my mobile phone. It's a brilliant time filler if you're ever travelling or anything. Brilliant game. But apart from that, the usual fodder, but £1 each. Not badly priced. Not badly priced at all. Now, I've been working on a video about charity shops because some of the prices I've been seeing of late have been pretty horrendous. But we'll come to that in probably next week's video. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, do so, guys. And the notification bell, because you're not going to want to miss that one. Trust me. Sorry about the lighting on this one. It was a bit dodgy. But Call of Duty in here. There you go. Look at that. £1. Not bad, I don't think. Obviously, it's a common title, though. And then we come to this money generator in Sittingbourne. I keep referring to it as cash generator, so apologies if the guys that own that are seeing this or whatever. But a great little store and some really, really good games and systems and everything else for sale in here, all retro. So one I will definitely be visiting far more often. And apologies for this juddery camera work here. Trust me, it doesn't last long. Don't know why. Maybe I altered the settings on my camera without realising. But they got a nice range in here. They have one Wii U title though, which is a shame. They had PS1, PS2, PS3, and a lovely Wii range as well. And they had consoles and all sorts of older materials. So definitely one worth visiting if you're in the area. Okay, it's the other end of Sittingbourne High Street, opposite the Iceland in the High Street. So do walk down, go give it a visit. As always, if you spot something during these videos that's an absolute bargain, do drop it in the comments. Let me and others know, please. These are the PlayStation 2 section. That Ultra Street Fighter 2 there, look at that. Great game. I've already owned it though, But £8, I didn't think that was too badly priced. Taisho Legends. Or Tito, as I always like to say. I always get told off for that, but apparently it's not Taisho as I call it, but it's Tito or Taito, something like that. Anyway, PS2 games, here we go. What was interesting, I was in here with the missus and Aaron walked in, the guy that I've met through the channel. He only lives down the road from me, so we've hooked up a few times and he's come around and played some video games and stuff. How you doing, Aaron? All good, I hope. And how's that VIC-20 retro machine working out for you? Very well, I hope. Some PS3 games here, not as many as I'd like, but you know me and the PS3, I'm a massive fan at the moment. I keep raving about how good that system still is. Now to the juicier stuff here in money generators. As you can see here, some great bits. Very nice too. Don't think it's badly priced, to be absolutely fair with you. I mean, you guys at home, let me know in the comments what are the prices like in here. Nice Dreamcast there, a few Dreamcast games. No real rare titles as such. Bit of Ready to Rumble boxing. £15 that one. They look quite nice condition, so all in all, very, very good. Good little Nintendo range there as well. I mean, some loose cards there for the NES. Always worth a look. Very nice too.
And that Super Scope, I've got one of them boxed, but my box is not good condition as that. And a console and a few loose carts as well. And that double dragon joystick that I just showed you a brief bit of there on the side. That's been knocking about for a long time. A few handhelds here. Quite nice condition. £45. Hey, what do you guys think of that price? Let me know in the comments. Decent or not? Loose carts again. Switches are still very popular, but this really did catch my eye. Guitar Heroes there, and a guitar for the PS2. I should have asked the price, but I didn't. I ended up just chatting and I forgot all about this. Should go back and take a look really. And now my local CEX, where my challenge begins. 20 whole pounds to spend. How will I do? Looking in the window first here, it's always interesting. You always see some good items usually. Seemed a bit dry this time. I mean, it's not a bad store normally, Sittingbourne, to be honest, but this caught me eye. Look at this. Terranigmi, or Terranigmi, £120, unboxed. It's not a title I'm aware of, so do drop me in the comments. What do you guys think on that price for a loose cart? But as I say, maybe it's a rare title. It's not one I'm common with. It's not one I'm aware of. So, thoughts please. Then moving along throughout the window, then this caught me eye here. Game Boy Advance SP there. £75. We just saw it in Money Generator, just down the road, for £45. That's £30 difference. So, definitely worth shopping about with that one. Well done, Money Generator, on that. Great price. And the internal window display. Original Game Boy, original Xbox there. I had one of them. It was a great console. Heavy, but great. And these were interesting here. Look at this. A Wii to HDMI, £15. Now if you look here at this image here, this is Amazon and it's on Prime, free delivery, £8.45. How'd they justify that one? Few basic PlayStation 1 titles and a couple of Dreamcast titles there. Brilliant Shenmue. I've got that tucked up in the loft. Really must get that out, along with Shenmue 2 as well, you know. A small selection of Mega Drive and a couple of SMS games. But apart from that, a bit low on the ground this week here. Obviously had a bit of a sale, which is good, I suppose. They're selling. Onto the shelves. Now I am noticing GameCube games seem to be appearing now in a lot of CX shops. The stock seems to be sort of built back up. It's almost as if people stopped not collecting them, but they just seem to have a lot more in. Some interesting titles there. That Capcom SNK 2, you know me, I am a sucker for Capcom game, and not let badly priced, some of these really. A nice little range in here. Samurai Jack, remember that from Cartoon Network. So if you do collect GameCube games, now's a good time to visit CEX, I would say. Nintendo Wii. I do like the Wii, and I think there are some absolute bargain games to have. Now while we're on the subject of Wii, as I said at the beginning of this video, do stick around to the end, because I'm going to need your help on a certain title that has confused me, to say the least. Finding sold listings of it was difficult, and even CX has sort of priced it as multiple different titles, but it's the same title, or is it? Anyway, we'll reveal that at the end. Unfortunately, on this visit, I had a look around and there was no Wii U titles for me on this trip. Pokey Park on the Wii, game I'm not aware of, £20 that one. And here we are, more of them. Got the Sochi Olympic Games, bit of Mario Party there, £28 that one. Quite expensive I felt, but you know, Mario Party games do collect money, don't they? It's all Mario and it's on the Wii. GameCube and that as well would be. Now this was interesting, look at this, Monkey Mischief. I just like the look of it. Well, I'm a bit of a mischievous monkey myself maybe, but £2. I mean, let's be honest, for a game like that, for £2, they're worth having a punt on, you know what I mean? Now this Mad Dog McCree hasn't gone up in value, it's remained at £6. I was lucky enough, I got that for £1 in a charity shop about a year ago, so I was pleased with that. House of the Dead 1, 2 and 3, return there, or 2 and 3 should I say, sorry. Very, very good. Now the light gun games on the Wii are pretty good. So if you've got a Wii, it's worth just having one, just for the light gun experience. A Konami game there, Lost in Blue. Don't know anything about that, but it's a Konami game. So goes back to what I'm saying really, some of these titles for the money are definitely worth a punt, I would say. Now this is a really interesting title, and we will be exploring this in great depth shortly, guys. And of course, PS3 titles. What is a visit to CEX without the OGDuffy looking at the CEX titles? Another cover reprinted there, look. Now I was a bit surprised to find out they charge the same money for a reprinted cover game as they do one that's got the original cover. Thought they'd knock some ink off, wouldn't you really? But hey, that's their logic behind it. Always great for the PS3, always plenty to look at. I do like the PS3. So many great games on this system, and such amazing prices at the moment. They really, really are. Mortal Kombat there, we're versus the DC universe. Do like a fighting game, but I do like DC even more. I like me DC, especially the bad guys. The Last of Us there needs no introduction, and for £4, let's be honest, if you got a few hours to kill and you ain't got a lot of money and you've never played that before, trust me, get it. You'll have a great time with that one. And like I say, I do keep on banging on about these prices, but I don't think they're going to get much lower than this. And the PS3 will turn at some point, it has to. Thoroughly enjoyable system, and it still looks really, really good graphically, I think, you know. I know we got your PS4 after this, and of course your PS5 now, but the PS3 can still hold its own. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know in the comments, guys. You guys still playing PS3? I know I am, and I'm loving it. And going back even older, of course, the PlayStation 2 section. Quite a decent sized section here in the Sitting Bull CEX. And what I do like about this branch is the alphabetical ordering. They do stick to it very, very nicely, you know. Now this Kuri, I picked that up before. I do have that on my shelf. Knight Rider 2. Hey, it's Kit the car, isn't it? It needs no introduction. So, as I say, some interesting games. Now that, again, for 3 notes, it's worth a punt in it, really. You can't go wrong with this, really. I do like the PS2, and I do find when I'm doing these little challenges, you do find some good little titles here to flip that if you wanted to, you know. I know it's all very tongue-in-cheek, but you can usually earn a pound or two, maybe even more on the PS2 titles. And finally, this game here. We Love Something. Now, £35. It's a Namco game, and look at the crayons on that. A Crayola special, that one. Know nothing about it. Any ideas? Drop it in the comments. Never heard of that one.
So that concludes my mooch about. Now this is my local town, so it's a great little CEX, and that other shop I visited, I found like Cash Generators, I think it's called. What a great little retro supply they have in there. I've been in there previously, but my God, it's improving, I think. I just don't go in there enough. I don't know why it's that end of town. I must make the effort. Anyway, guys, charity shops were very dry, as you could see. I've got a video coming up all about charity shops and the state of charity shops in the UK at present, with plenty of footage, etc., of the shelving and stuff. That is coming up probably next week, I'm hoping, all being well. But anyway, let's get to it. Beer of the week for this one here is Asahi Dry.
Want beer, like beer, beer good.
Asahi Dry. This one is for you, Steam Machine. Now, I did say to you last week, fella, on the comments, I would crack this beer for you. I've had this before. It's a very nice lager. It's 5.2%. And this is a 620ml bottle. So it's a very nice size indeed. I will talk you through this one. If this isn't your thing, just skip. But hey, I know you guys like a beer as much as I do. But anyway, here we go. It's very nice. It's got a very... It calls itself super dry, but it is a very wet beer. It's just a nice lager, guys. It's 5.2, so it's a decent strength. Originally a Japanese brew, but now brewed in the UK by Shepherd Neame, I believe, which is my local brewer, Faversham in Kent, of course. So, anyway, let's have this beer. But let's get to it, guys. It's that time. What did I get, and did I make the challenge? Well, I can tell you now, rule number 1, stay within budget. I spent a total of £20 on the button. So awesome stuff. We made it there. Rule number 2, no doubles. I have not got these games at all. And rule number 3, no sports titles unless it's boxing. I didn't get any sports titles. And no boxing games either. Now, one of these games, guys, we'll come to it right at the end. I need your help with it. It's a strange one. I've struggled to find sold listings on eBay. Not just that. I was looking on the CEX website after purchasing it, and they've got it for sale, the same title, under 2 separate titles, but it's exactly the same game and different pricing. We'll come to it. I'm intrigued. So you guys, I'm sure you know your stuff. You'll help me out on that one. Without further ado, let's get to the pickups and let's see if I made a decent profit on these. Now remember, this is just for fun, bit of tongue-in-cheek, just the eBay listings, 3 sold listings off eBay, the 3 last sold listings combined, divided by 3 to give me an average. Do I succeed? Let's see. Before we get into the challenge, first off, that cash generator's in Sittingbourne. I picked a couple of games up there which are not included in the CEX challenge because obviously they're not purchased from CEX. So here we go, just 2 titles from there. First one is a Steelbox edition of this Killzone 3 Steelbox Killzone 3. Now with this, instruction manual plus some other bump in there and the disc obviously. Now that was £2. Now, I'll be honest, in CEX, Killzone 3, it's quite a popular title, wouldn't it, I think? It's probably about £1, £2, I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I'll be absolutely fair, I have not looked. But £2 for a Steelbox edition? Hey, it's PS3. What's not to love? So there was that one. And I've got another title while I was in that cash generators, which is this. Okay, intriguing looking game on the PS3 again, because you know me and PS3. Naughty Bear for the PS3. £4 this one, £4. Now, I have picked this up on 2 other occasions when I've been in CEX shops. But both times, there was no manual. So, I avoided buying it. But for £4, I managed to get one. It's good condition, got a nice manual with it. I know nothing about this, but I know you're a bear and you're very naughty in it. So what's not to love? The OG does like a bit of naughtiness. Okay, so that was the only 2 games I picked up from there, but rest assured, I will be popping in there more often. Now to the CEX challenge. Okay, the CEX challenge. £20, I bought 4 titles, okay, 4 titles. Bang on budget, £20 exactly. All right? No doubles, of course, and no sports titles. So, I'm going to go through them. And remember, this last one I'm going to show you, the 4th title, I'm going to need your help, guys. All right? I need your help on that one. I'm veryconfused.com. Anyway, let's go for it. Right. First one. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Now, those that follow the channel know I'm a huge comic book fan, and if I had to choose Marvel or DC, I'm always a DC fanboy, especially when it comes to the villains. I recently played the game up there. Which one is it? The one where you fight and it's sort of like Street Fighter, but it's all the Marvel characters and stuff, all sorts going on. DC. What's the name of it? Oh, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. I can't blooming see it now for the life of me. One of you will know. Injustice. Thank you, memory. It does work when it needs to. So now I bought that. That was £6, this one. £6. But looking at this, right, the last 3 listings, the average price for this comes out there, £8.13 average. £8.13 average. So far, on my first title, we are up. Only a little bit, but something nonetheless. Title number 2 is a PS2 game. And it is Iron Man, the original video game. Iron Man, the original video game by Sega, none other. Okay? Now, this is, obviously, these are all complete. When I go to CEX, I generally buy the complete titles. And if there's several, then obviously you can cherry pick which one you want, the one with the decent book in, etc. So, I paid £3 for this. £3 for this. And it come out at the eBay average at £4.76. £4.76, which again is a nice little winner. Iron Man's dinner. Right, man, I'll come up with this nonsense. Next one. It's a Wii U title, and not Wii U, Wii, sorry. But both of these were Wii titles left. Now this, I'm surprised at the price of this, but this isn't the one I'm really confused at. That's coming up, all right? That is coming up. Battalion Wars 2. Battalion Wars 2 for the Nintendo Wii. Now that was £3, that one. £3. Now I personally think this is as cheap as chips. I love these sort of strategy games, combat games and stuff, okay. Now this I paid £3 on, but the eBay average comes out at £6.31. Now that is a nice little earner on that one, £6.31. But it is this next title, guys, that I need your help on. I am confused.com, right? And it is this, okay. It's a Wii game, and this was £8, and it is Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo's Dungeon. Final Fantasy Fables, Chobogo, oh bloody hell, how many beers do I need to pronounce this? Chocobo's Dungeon. Don't ask. Now, I'll tell you why I'm confused. Okay? I went on eBay sold listings for this. And there was none. There was hardly... I mean, I had to trawl for this. There was one from America, I think. Because I always like to kind of just go for the UK based. But, and there was one new. And honestly, there's just none there. There was just none at all. So is this a rare game? What is this? I'm really, really confused. But of the ones I did spot on eBay, the prices were as follows. And one was £32.49, as you can see there, and £12.55. Which gives you an average, because there was only 2 to go by, £22.52, which would be a 64.4% profit margin on that. Blimey. So... this I was intrigued with. I then went on the CEX website, because I just obviously picked this up in my local store. And they had it listed twice, which is what we can see here. Looking at the screen now, you can see the one is called Final Fantasy Tales, Chocobo's Dungeon, which sells for £8. The other one is called Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo's Dungeon, which sells for £12, which is obviously £4 difference between the two. But then when I click the link on Fables and the other one, it both comes up with exactly the same, showing Fables only as the game cover. So what is going on with this one, guys? Please do let me know in the comments. You guys know your stuff. Was there such a thing? I mean, you've got Fables, and of course that one there is showing as the other one. So I'm confused. I really, really am confused with this. So was there one called Tales, and was there one called Fables? Because the CEX listing is making no sense to me. Fables and Tales, but hey, and if so, if they are different, what's the difference? Which one's the rare one? Fables or Tales? Anyway, guys, this has been another awesome way to add games to my collection. Now, obviously, as I said right at the beginning, this is all very tongue-in-cheek, because obviously I know when you're buying and selling on eBay, you've got eBay listing fees, you've got the P&P to consider, and especially with eBay, some listings have P&P included, some don't. You have to pay the extra, so it's irrelevant really, but it's a nice way of building my collection up. Now that title is intriguing me, so please do it in the comments to let me know your thoughts. And equally, guys, if you don't already subscribe, please do hit that subscribe button, because I've got a great video coming up all about charity shops versus CEX and price structures, especially down here in the south, because I'm seeing some absolutely nuts pricings. I really, really am. And I'm seeing other tubers in other parts of the country going out every week and hitting big and getting loads and loads and loads of pickups. There's nothing down here. It's dry. It's barren. But anyway, I'm saving it all up. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when that one goes live. Because I think I'm going to need your input on that one for where you're all from, your different debates, etc. And it's going to really create a bit of not a stir, but it's really going to be interesting to find out what the state of play truly is across the whole of the UK and the other regions where you guys are from, like your New Zealand, your Australia, your America and stuff. Because you're all from all over, guys. So anyway, I've been OGDuffy, and as always, you have been awesome. Thank you for the beer suggestions. Thank you for all your suggestions and your comments, etc., etc., etc. I appreciate it. Anyway, what should I do now? I'm going to go grab a beer. I'll grab a beer. Laters.